Welcome back to the Dog Report.
Tomorrow is Veterans Day. The National Veterans Day ceremony is held each year on November 11th at precisely 11 a.m. at Arlington Cemetery, making it 11-11-11.
Today we would like to honor our teachers who have served in the armed forces. Here are the JROTC cadets highlighting our HHS veterans.
Good morning, Mr. Shields. On the behalf of everybody here at Harlem High School, we would like to thank you for your service. I have 3 questions I'd like to ask you today. What branch did you join, and how long did you serve?
Good morning. I was in the United States Army. I served for about 9.5 years.
What was your biggest takeaway from joining the Army?
Education and military has always been really important to me, and my family has a history of military experience, so it just seemed kind of natural. I was going to join the military, and then while I was in, I took advantage of every educational opportunity that I had. So I just got plenty of degrees when I was in, when they were willing to pay for it, and it's helped me become who I am today.
And why did you serve?
Just like I said, sense of obligation to, like, that's what most of my family did, and it just seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your service again, and thank you. On the behalf of everyone here at Harlem High School, we would all like to thank you for your service. I'm just going to ask you 3 questions about your service. Okay. What branch did you serve in, and how long did you serve in it?
I was in the United States Army from 1987 to 1989. I was a specialist. I was a 63 Hotel, which was track and wheel vehicle mechanic. Worked on all kinds of tanks, M1s, Bradleys, even some of the old M60s. You name it, we worked on it.
Yes, sir. Why did you join in the first place?
To be honest, I grew up in Harlem, and I just wanted to just get away and try to see a little bit of the world. I've seen some really cool places.
Yes, sir. And what was your biggest takeaway from joining the Army?
Grow up. It'll turn you into a man. Make you a whole lot more responsible. Learn a lot. Get to see a lot. So that's basically that was the most I got out of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for your service, sir.
You're very welcome.
First, on behalf of HHS, we'd like to thank you for your service. First question is, what branch did you serve and how long did you serve?
Army, and about 4 years.
What made you enlist?
My best friend joined the year before. He went special forces route, so I tried to follow in his footsteps, but we ended up having different paths.
Okay. And what's your biggest takeaway from being in the military?
Biggest takeaway from being in the military: that freedom isn't free.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
First, on behalf of Harlem High School, I'd like to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
What branch did you serve in, and how long did you serve?
I was in the Army for 20 years.
What made you enlist?
I saw 9/11 happen, and I joined right after 9/11.
And what was your biggest takeaway from the military?
I loved it. It was the best decision I ever made, and I'd recommend a whole lot of other people do it too. I just loved my time in. I loved all my deployments, and I loved where I was, and it made me who I am today.
Thank you for your service again.
Thanks.
First, on behalf of HHS, we'd like to thank you for your service. First question is, what branch did you serve?
In the Army.
How long did you serve?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. What made you want to enlist?
I was a senior in high school 9/11, so
Yeah.
I 9/11.
Okay. And what's your biggest takeaway from being in the Army?
Discipline and responsibility.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Zia.
Have a good day.
Good morning, Colonel Sire.
Good morning.
First, on the behalf of HHS, I would like to thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got 3 questions for you today, and my first one is, what branch did you serve in, and how long?
I served in the U.S. Army for 28 years.
And why did you enlist into the Army?
When I was coming out of high school, I wasn't really a college-bound student. So when I was from a small town, hadn't really been anywhere. I think the first place I traveled to by the time I was 18 was Augusta, Georgia from South Carolina. So I wanted to see the world. So I knew I was going to college. And a lot of my family are military, so I chose the Army.
And my final question is, what is your biggest takeaway from the military?
I think meeting people from all over the world that like actually made me more well-rounded. I actually understood other ethnicities, other languages. Before that, in my hometown, everybody there was no diversity there really. So I think that's what I got of it, understanding other people's religions, culture, background. So that's probably what I got in the military.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your service again, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my God. First on behalf of HSS, we'd like to thank you for your service. So what branch of the Army did you go into? What branch of the military did you go into?
I was in the Army for 8 years.
Okay, that's great. What made you enlist or commission?
My sophomore year of college, I realized I couldn't pay for college, and I took an ROTC class. I was going to be an elementary school teacher, and I decided that being in the Army was way more fun than being an elementary school teacher at the time, and it paid for my school, so I had a 2-year ROTC scholarship.
What is your biggest takeaway from being in the Army?
So I grew up in a town of 200 people. I thought about this morning, and I love it, and it's wonderful. But it's good to try new things and go new places and meet people who aren't just like you, and also to do things you're afraid of. Because when I was commissioned, it was 2000, and there were no wars, and then there were 2 wars. So you have to do scary things, and it makes you grow as a person.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. First, on behalf of HHS, I'd like to thank you for your service. I want to first ask you what branch did you serve and how long did you serve for?
I was in the United States Army. I served for 30 years.
All right. What made you enlist?
It was something that I was inspired by other veterans that served in the Army, and my mother worked hard her whole life, and I just wanted to be able to provide something for her.
That's amazing. What's your biggest takeaway from being in the military?
It was the best thing in my life. It changed my life. It gave me opportunities I probably wouldn't have got anywhere else.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Okay. First, I want to thank you for your service on behalf of HHS. First question is, what branch did you serve and how long did you serve?
I was in the Army National Guard. I spent 7 years, and I was activated and spent 1 year in Saudi Arabia and Iraq for the Gulf War.
What made you enlist?
Really, originally college money. They paid at that time the National Guard paid 100% tuition, plus there was a stipend for books and my guard check for the weekends.
Okay. And what did you take away from being in the military?
A lot of maturity. It made me grow up. Basic training was a nice wake-up call. And of course, spending a year in a combat zone will make you grow up pretty quick.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gotta keep it securely confidential.
Ready? First off, on behalf of HHS, I want to thank you for your service. I have 3 questions for you. First, what branch did you serve and how long did you serve for?
Active Army and just shy of a decade.
All right. What made you want to enlist?
So I enlisted because I'm 3rd generation, same MOS. My dad was a crypto linguist, his dad was a crypto linguist, and my mom was also, but she did the interrogator side of things. So my dad and his dad, we were snitching on bad guys, but in their own language. And crypto linguist does like language, not Bitcoin.
Perfect. What's your biggest takeaway from being in the military?
So being in the military, sense of camaraderie, a sense of purpose, just knowing that I got the support of my peers, my subordinates, that everybody, it really is a family. It's a sense of teamwork that just, it's very fulfilling. And if I'm honest, it's basically the same job as this, minus the uniform. It's a room full of kids who don't want to be there. Call me by my last name. It's government pay. Sometimes I wish I had the uniform, that's all.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning, Senior Granda.
morning.
On the behalf of all of the HHS student body and faculty, I would like to say Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you.
I have to ask 3 main questions,
Yes.
if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Why'd you enlist? That's my biggest question.
Because okay, so when I came from Peru, I had to do 2 extra years of high school because of the language. So I did basically 7 years of high school. So I knew I wanted to do something productive, but I didn't want to go to school at all because I already done with 7 years, right? So what was I barely speak English, but there was a recruiter doing a lunchroom, and I said, well, let me do something productive without having to go to school. I think the best way was to join the military.
Yes, sir.
And,
And
yeah.
my next question was, what is your biggest takeaway from military?
Discipline I didn't have. I think that it gives you structure and discipline that you probably as a young person don't have, and it turns you immediately from probably something like you don't have structure, you don't have probably money at the time, but turns around and makes you somebody. That's how I felt. Like I was somebody right after that.
Yes, sir. And for my final question,
Mhm.
what branch of service did you go into?
Army,
Ah,
all the way.
all the way?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. That's my last one.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
If you've been scheduled for the catch-up clinic by one of your teachers, be sure to head to the Learning Commons during your lunch to eat while you work. It's an easy way to get caught up on missing assignments.
The Senior Superlative Awards show has been changed. Winners will be announced at the Winter Pep Rally on the 21st.
That's all for this week, Harlem. Enjoy your day off tomorrow and be sure to thank a veteran for their service.
It's time again for shoutouts. One teacher said that Jasmine Jazz Neal has been a tremendous help this year. She is respectful in class, she does all of her work, and she comes by my room each day to help me straighten up before she boards the bus. She straightens desk, organizes the textbooks on the shelf, and puts Chromebooks away. She's a very quiet student with a huge heart. I can't help but give her a shout out.
Shout out to Mr. Ben Sapley, our new maintenance man who always says good morning and is constantly improving at HHS.
Shout out to DJ Sanders for always being prepared for class and helping his peers when he is done with his own work. DJ is respectful to everyone he speaks to and is a joy to have in our class.
Shout out to Hannah Lida and Luca Albuquerque. They advocated for their peers by giving an amazing presentation to admin of thoughtful ideas about how to increase AP course offerings at HHS.
Ashlyn Williams gets a shout out for running a great UN meeting yesterday.
Shout out to Dr. Patrick for being so thoughtful and willing to lend a helping hand, whether it be with academics or class coverage. She really is just such a blessing to have here at HHS.
And our last shout out goes to Mr. Seiler for his patience and kindness. Happy 6-7 Day, November 7th, Friday. Happy 6-7 Day.
And we'll catch you next week.
Back at it again with Coach Haha Hicks. What's the joke of the day?
What did the big hand of the clock say to the little hand?
What?
Got a minute?